Yo, what's going on? Is my mic working? Because I'm just hanging out. What's going on, Mark Gaines? How's it going? Fuzzlit, Osang, Tim Basco, J Dubs. I'm just hanging out. Jay Daniels told me, he's like, fire up a live stream if you're bored. I'm just setting up some routers and stuff and kicking the can. So hopefully I have audio. God knows if I do. Audio's good. Sweet. So what's everybody up to Saturday night? Chilling in the bunker. Midnight, and here we are hanging out. I know. I was honestly just going to work for a little bit, and I figured I don't need to have anything exciting on a live stream. I can just hang out, see what everybody's up to. There's not a whole lot going on. Got to go through some memory cards, and I'm setting up a router right now. This way I can do it all remotely and then ship the router and be done. What's up, Jay? Working on the old F100. There you go, Bill. Bill, how are you? Thanks for popping in, man. My eyes like twitching tonight. I think I've been burning the candle too long and pushing myself. What's up, Matthew? How are you? What's up, Ty Man? Screwdriver tuning. Let's go. What's going on? You guys are gonna get me fired up, right? I already forgot the password that I made. There we go. Let's see if we can get some throughput here. Let's see. Skip that. Too many power naps with the child, maybe. That actually could be it, because I took a power nap. There's something about so I was up late. You sleep in a little bit on a Saturday. Then you get up, you play with your kid, do whatever else. And we laid down at maybe, I don't know, sometime in the afternoon, whatever. We're chilling out a little bit, you know how it is. And we fell asleep. We're watching a little video because he likes to watch these tractor videos. And I knew he was tired. He likes to take his little afternoon nap for maybe an hour or two. And he flips over and he likes cuddling, right? But he flips over and he's just staring at me. And we're playing the eye game where I shouldn't be looking here. I should be looking here. Anyway, we're playing the eye game where, like, I'm laying there and I'd close my eyes and then see if he was peeking or looking. And we're both staring at each other, both out, gone. You know what I mean? And slept for like 2 hours with him. So that's the blast. That's the best, right? Rad Dad, what's up, man? How's it going? It's 5 a.m. Sunday morning here, Gainesy, man. It's wild, isn't it? The world becomes so small. It becomes so small sometimes when you never. That's why I say, like, you're always working, right? In a way, like if I'm awake, I'm doing something, and the world's still spinning. I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's just moving. The who can fall asleep the fastest. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. And it was like, I don't remember even falling asleep. I don't think he does. But I woke up because I was like worried about him because I was like, oh, because sometimes he'll just get out of the bed, go wander off in the house, do whatever, grab some axes, whatever. And I'm like, I woke up and he's just laying exactly how he fell asleep. So I was like, well, I don't know who won, but it was a good time. Just hanging out. I mean, it's midnight. What else do you do on a Saturday night anymore? I just got to change the IP address of this router here, and hopefully it lets me do that. Yes, there we go. Especially if it's remote. Did you see the cab Bucking got for his crew cab? Yeah, I did see that. He actually sent me a video of that earlier. On my, I don't know if he text messaged me that or whatever. I missed it was actually when he was live. That's Jay even said Bucking was live, and I was sleeping. I took a nap. By the time I woke up, all that was over. Just hit midnight. It's a pretty cool truck. Makes me want to get out and play in my truck, but we're at the salt season now. We're at the salt season. I feel like I should be entertaining you guys because I'm here to hang out tonight. So whoever pops in, say hi, leave a thumbs up, do whatever, and we'll go from there. I don't want to keep if you're going to sleep, don't stay up. Honestly, if you're going to sleep, don't stay up. Get some good rest. Everybody deserves that. Sweet. Looks like I even got a new IP address. Morgan just posted, check it out later. Sweet. Okay, cool. So what's everybody up to? Anybody else grinding this weekend or working or doing anything fun? I got some axes. From the old Casterman. He's probably sleeping. We're going to send one to Jay for his birthday, right? Birthday present for Jay. I got something else for him for his birthday too, but and they now have sheets. So Jay, I don't know which one you like the best here, Jay. I actually decided I think I'm going to keep them all here though because I love them so much. But we got a little bit of sawdust on that one. I didn't even clean these up. 26-inch. Right? These things are freaking. I don't even want to touch it because this is hard to describe how sharp Casterman makes these things. He just fine in his blacksmith. Those guys work together. 26-inch. What weight? I honestly, I have a scale somewhere. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it there, Jay. I had one of those mini ones. Here we go. This is not the mini one. Maybe we can get this to work here. I need to get one that was like extra weight. I pinged Hope all is well. What's up, Pat? Cleaning out my garage. Yeah, I was gonna go out there. It was actually nice today. Hitting the bed. No problem, Matthew. Internet is too bad to watch. Sorry. See you later. Take care, buddy. 2.5 to 3 pound camping axe. All hardened, driving stakes. So it's on one of my 26-inch. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So that's they're right in that range, but I'm actually curious now. Jay's got me intrigued here to see if, well, for one, if this I bought this scale a long time ago. And I don't think I hooked this one up because I always use my mini one. But I wanted something that went a little bit more weight because I had an idea to ship some stuff. One would think if it gives you a power cord, there would be a port. Wow, you have to plug it into this. Okay. Oh, now I got to find some juice. All right, we're going to have to move the operation for a second. We'll have to move the operation. Hold on. I don't have any room in this place. This is so frustrating. I got a desk full with a network rack right now. Oh, let's think about this here for one momento. So if I grab some juice from here, I'll probably dump this charger for the time being. This is real life right here. This is real life. You know, you'd think actually that this thing would work with just the batteries. And that it may, actually. That it may. We're on. We've got power. Pounds. See? 30 pounds. Exactly what I've gained in the last couple years. Knocked off. Old time is between 3 and 4. You said you wanted something to do. Yeah, no, this is true. Honestly, I'm just messing around. So the original. Now this is with handle. 26 inch. And they're all 26 inches. Casterman, you know, my tape measure. I bought I ran over a tape measure at the property, right? It was cutting grass with my son. We're riding around the tractor, and I forgot I set the tape measure down. We got to driving around, sucking up leaves, because that's what he likes to do. And I was taking an extra pass with him, and I ran over my good Stanley Flat Max, right? Blew it into 100 pieces. Of course, it sprung loose, and then that was fun. Anyway, so I did that. I'm like, man, I can't keep a tape measure. So that was like the second one I demolished. I bought a new one. It wasn't 3 days old. I always keep them in the center console of the truck because I always like to have a tape measure on me, right? Bought a brand new one. Go to the Paul Bunyan show. Last day of the Paul Bunyan show, just getting ready to leave. We're taking a look at this axe, right? And this was like his model. It was like the end of the show, and you know how when you're used to you throw it on, you know what I'm saying? You just clip it right on. So Casterman must have I was like, hey, what size is that? Exactly 26 inches. You know, right? I mean, maybe a 1/16 of an inch off, but that depends if you're pushing here or pulling here, right? Anyway, so Casterman texts me later on and goes, hey, by the way, somehow I ended up with your tape measure. So he puts on there, I'm sure he used a Casterman accent tool, right? And he's like, I'll send you the tape measure back. I'll just get it in the mail this week or something. I'm like, Casterman, it's going to cost more to ship this thing than it is to go buy a new one, right? Especially when they're on sale and everything else. But this was like brand new. So I hope you got good use out of it if you ever watch a stream, if I leave it up, Casterman. But this thing has traveled to the Bunyan show, to St. Louis, and back. But since I got the access, he sent sent it back to me. I said, Cashman, I ain't worried about it. I already replaced it with a Milwaukee one. So now I got an extra. But this is the original, right? Which I do like this heartwood handle. These sheaths. Yeah, well, this way. Something thick about those. Really nice. Pop those on. Now this can go in my hunting pack. Okay, maybe. No, this is round 2. This is I thought I had them mixed up. This one has a little bit of like heartwood and sapwood, right? Can open that up. Look at these. And they're for being custom, they're like identical. So Jay, you're all right. Little nimble. Feels good in the hand. And then the final one. Now you guys wanted weights, and I'm screwing this all up here. Oh, where did I put the other one at now? Let me go find it. Here you go. So let's see what we got. 4 pounds. Dead on the money with the handle. 4 pounds. But I was probably loud in that mic. I'm sorry. I'm going to stand over here. I might as well aim the mic a little bit. See what he did there? Yeah, the sheaths are sweet, and I lost the one. But yeah, that one's 4 pounds right on the money. Now that's with, I don't know where I just set the sheath because I was digging out the, let me see if I can find the sheath. I don't know where I set the sheath now. And I just lost. My lights just flickered. Are we still live? Looks like, oh, right here. Here we go. Hopefully we're still live. So without the sheath on this one. 4 pounds, right on the money. Yeah, Jay knows about the still live. Okay, cool. Finally able to catch a live. What's up, Daniel? Long time no see, man. We're just hanging out. Honestly, we're this was like I was gonna fire it up, play some music, and just stare at the screen and do my work, but these guys are cool. I kind of like this concept, and you know, Casterman branded the cat. You know, come on, work with me. You don't want to work with me. I get it. I understand. There we go. Some lighting. I'll tell you what, though. Jay, whatever you want, brother. But you got one coming your way. Now let me clean up my mess. We should try this thing. This little scale. See, there is battery. Oh, these batteries are junkoids. Apparently, they gave me batteries. I thought the whole thing was battery off. So I probably don't need this stupid cord. Plug this in here. It's good to see everybody, honestly, on a Saturday night. Something strange. How do I use this little thing for? I use this little thing. Gregory Odom, I hope you're doing well, man. If you ever watch that, you should make 1,000 of those things and sell them for $50 a piece. Change your life, man. Let's see if this works without. Yeah, see, it works without. All I had to do is put the batteries in. Yeah, see? Live and you learn. But it is nice that this scale, I think I got it on Amazon. It's nice they give you the power adapter and stuff in case you want to power it, but the portability give me a reason to stay up. Right on. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, you know, I'll sit here until sometimes I get not sometimes, all the time. When I'm on a live stream, I get energy from you guys. They don't make this so you can fit anything back in here. Oh, this is neat. Hold on a second here. We might have this totally portable. I don't even remember opening this thing up. Okay, so it's not the greatest. Trying to get this thing flat. No, that ain't gonna work. Come on. Here we go. Let's go. I like to keep the cord in there because I have so many power bricks that I don't remember which one's which, and then I have to use a common or a customizable one. I'm sure you guys have those too. I have them for like ham radios and stuff, but I mean, it's better than it was. This thing here, somehow, clips in for storage, I think. I thought. Somehow. I don't know if that's ever coming out. But it does go together. Oh dear. Thanks, Jay, for that. Just another stuff I gotta clean up. Give it a whack with the axe, right? Oh man. All right, let me see if this router's done. I gotta get this out of my hair. What else is new? What's up, Life in the 906? Mike, how are you doing, brother? I haven't seen you in a long time, dude. And we didn't get to catch up that much at Bunyan except for that one night. Because it was like nonstop. I filmed the video the next day and we were back on the road. It goes fast. Cool. I'm getting a good IP address. Router firmware update. Good. I don't think I need anything else. No worried about quality of service right now. Doing well. That's good, man. That's good you're doing. I mean, it's glad to see when people are doing well. Saturday night in the bunker, hanging out. Okay, firmware is good. This is good. Everybody ready for Christmas? That comes around pretty quickly, eh? December moves fast too. End of the year, got to get all the end of the year stuff done. We have stuff for customers to get done by the end of the year. It's crazy. Not really, but it will still happen. I started posting pictures of the community tab. Never used it before. That's good, Jay. Actually, I need to do that more often too with the community tab. I've been so behind on the YouTube stuff. I just did some cool YouTube stuff the other day, some new features that are going to be coming out. I'm guessing in the next, usually every time we do these, like 30 to 45 days, but there's some cool stuff coming out for YouTube. Shopping mostly complete. Yeah, we got to do some stuff, but I mean, tell you what, family wise, we don't really, I always try to get Katie something. She always gets me something, even though I don't want to. Dude, love from your family and people around you is all you need, really. Like, I don't need gifts. I want to declutter. You know what I mean? It's like simple things or something meaningful is cool, but it don't matter. Like, I like when she gets me socks and stuff that I wear and use, or something for hunting or something like that. But we got everything that we need in life, really. We all have each other too, so. All right, this is done. I wonder if I can change the name of this. I want stuff I can use like gasoline, right? And that's getting expensive. Yeah, I saw the 87, Jay. I'm a sucker. My kids are spoiled. I'll tell you what, my kid has more stuff than I ever had. Are your routers Wi-Fi 6E? Yeah, so actually, I'm testing out a few right now. I'm just setting up a TP link, which I don't really use very often. This is for like just a simple home network project, but that's because the cost of so I'm not gonna be able to get this in here, but let me actually see if I can make a little room here for 1 second. Maybe this will. This is kind of like my off-grid backup network that I'm building right now. I don't know if this is gonna work as intended, but this is all Ubiquity stuff. Whoa. Oh, look at that catch. Look at that catch. I knew that there's not a lot of room here. Anyway, this is something I've been working on, and it'll be in a video if I can. It's really heavy. There we go. As long as it doesn't fall off. So you're not gonna be able to see too much of that, but let's see if we can get you a few more feet. So this is don't drop it. I know, right? So this is kind of the Ubiquity rack. They just came out, for those of you that are thinking about getting into Ubiquity, though. So this is like a portable system. This will be like little Dell server that'll be in the rack. Computer, network, battery backup, power distribution, everything all in one rack, ready to go. Mobile events, off-grid property, whatever. I can hook Starlink up to this, be in a parking lot, and run whatever. And typically, you know, that you have like the Wi-Fi 6. These are the new AP Pros, and you have the AP Enterprises. I use the Enterprises here, but I'm just doing a little bit of testing. But they just came out with Hicks Hickory, the man, the myth. I know I'm here, bro. I'm here. Thank you for that, Josh. I appreciate that. How are you doing? How are you guys doing? But Ubiquity just came out with 2 products, which I should have did a video on them because everybody did a video on them right off the bat. the next gen gateway, which is like perfect for your house, and then their Express, which is brand new. It's probably out of stock right now, but this is like a quick gateway that wasn't available before. Before you'd be getting into, a cloud key or hosting it in the cloud or hosting it locally on a server. Now you have all the Unify applications all in one little tiny compartment, and this has built-in Wi-Fi. So you could buy two of them. They're $150. You can buy two of them and mesh, right? And or three or whatever in your home network. Great way to get into Ubiquiti. So we have those here. I might do a video on those, and then you can control pretty much everything. But if you're into Ubiquiti stuff, I have videos on that. And then the next gen gateway will do the same thing. It just doesn't have the built-in Wi-Fi. $20 less. So for $20 more, I would probably buy the Unify Express. So these are stuff that I'm kind of working on as well. It's never ending here, but this is kind of like this isn't even active right now. None of this stuff is live. It's kind of set up remote. We got 10 gig links between everything. We have the aggregation switch, the Dream Machine SE Special Edition, which has a hard drive in it. You can run your security cameras. It has PoE. And then we have a 24 professional USW Pro PoE switch 24 port. So this is kind of like the lab right now that I'm working on. I'm going to move this out of the way. Try to get this back because I just don't have enough room. I would have 30 projects going on if I had more room, and I got to work on that. But right now, it's just quick little project here. I just wanted to make sure that this was set up, or see if I can change. Might have to look and see. Location. We're good. I'm good with this. I don't need to change nothing. There it is. Done. That's the last thing I wanted to change. Okay. Please do videos, brother. I will. I'm slowly. I'm trying to keep some stuff on the channel. I need to upgrade my home network. I'll check that out. Yeah. So I don't know what your home network is, but that's a great starting point. Depending on your network configuration, like my network's behind me, so it's tough to show that. But I have a pretty good network here at home and in my office. But when I build a network out, like it's all really kind of future proofing as much as you can. And then some people are in a budget, but if you're like wiring a new house or you really want good Wi-Fi, like there's a lot you can do. So I thought about making some videos like that because whether you're a home or a business or a combination or whatever the case may be, we rely on this. It's a utility service today. So that's definitely something that I wanted to be able to make videos on, and that's what I do. So it's very helpful to people, I think. And every time around people, like I'm not going to talk like a network engineer on my YouTube videos because there's a lot of people that are talking to network engineers or to somebody in their space. Like I like to make it for the home user and kind of make it simplified, even if it doesn't make sense, or it would make sense to like a network person, but the idea is who you're communicating to and your target audience. And my target audience isn't network people. It's home user like, hey, I want my stuff to work right. How can I manage it? And there's a million videos out there, but I think I could do a decent job at that. Mr. Letts, what's going on, my man? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Having a good evening, morning, wherever you're at. Carl Lewis, the man with the plan. Carl, thank you, man, for being here. How's the little guy doing? Dude, he's a trip. He is the best gift I've ever had in my life, right? I'm just having so much fun, and the stuff just him learning and watching him learn, and his little personality developing and everything else. It's just you never know where things are going to go, but it's been a blessing, and I could have nothing in life, and if I got that, I'm good, right? Have you checked out your framework laptop might make Linux box? Jay, I'm telling you, the Linux box you need is going to be the Raspberry Pi, and you could play around and you could dump it and you get different memory cards and boot to it. That might be the way to go. But I do have some stuff here that I have to go through, and I'll probably play with that tonight. I got it. Anyway, I appreciate the insight. Hey, no problem. I need to upgrade. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything from you. I work remote, supposedly got 1 gig through Spectrum, but with aged out equipment and living in the sticks, not getting full bandwidth. Yeah, well, so that could be, you could be getting that to the router or to the modem. If you have, so you said Spectrum broadband. So if you're getting it to the modem, right, and you just plug your laptop straight in the modem, reboot it, let it connect, and you're pulling the throughput. If you're getting the throughput and then you're not getting it on Wi-Fi, then it's probably your Wi-Fi. But it's really hard to get, like, you're not going to see a gig over the Wi-Fi because unless you're like Wi-Fi 6E and you have your settings tuned, you're even these phones today, like the iPhone 14 just got like the upgrade for Wi-Fi. So like I pull like maybe 600, 700 meg down on my phone. Maybe it's 500, 600, but that varies. But I have really good access points. So your device has to support it too. And you'll see like different devices and what they're connected to. And then you can kind of get an idea what they can pull. But if you're running all new stuff, like there's Wi-Fi 7 devices out there, and nobody even has Wi-Fi 7 devices at home for the most part. So it's marketing hype. A lot of it is. So it's something that you may not want to jump into right away. But if you have Wi-Fi 6 or 6E devices, then yeah, definitely it's going to make a difference. And if you're running at 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz, that's going to make a difference too. And the megahertz of the pipeline itself. So like 5 gigahertz, 5, say you're 5 gigahertz and you got 40, the bands 20, 40, and 80, or 40, 80, and 120, whatever the case may be. A lot of devices like what are defaulted like 40, you can run at 80 megahertz, and then you double your pipeline. Think of like 5 gigahertz being shorter distance, but more throughput, bigger pipeline. So there's so many variables that I have to like bullet point it out and give you a rundown. That would make for a good video. My mindset's not right there right now, but if you do get the 1 gig to the modem, we could definitely help your connection. Personal connection makes it great. We're so happy. Thank you, Hicks and Megan. I appreciate you guys. I hope you're doing well. Raspberry Pis are great. Enjoyed all, Nick. My little one is turning 21. Dude, 21, bro. You're in for a ride at this point, right? Good luck with that, Mike. 21. Yeah, I remember 21. Yep, fiber at the modem. We'll need to upgrade to Wi-Fi 6E. Yeah, if you want to take advantage of that, you'll definitely check out the Unify Wi-Fi 6 enterprises. They're pretty sweet. You can get the long ranges and you get the professionals, but the enterprise is like the true. It has the actually the Wi-Fi 6, like the radio, whereas the professionals are on the 6 gigahertz, but the professionals don't. So Framework is a brand of computer, interchange parts, and interchange part. Yeah, there's a big fight for that stuff too, but I don't know. I don't know if I would. I'm not into changing the hardware anymore, because the stuff that's, by the time a company came out with that, and I think Linus Tech Tips did a video, they were really pushing for like a modular laptop and stuff you could upgrade and whatever else. But by the time the stuff came out, like they've even invested in it, it's like the next thing's already out and you're still behind and you're still buying. I tend to just buy what I need for the time. Try not to be bleeding edge. Try not to, just right at the latest and greatest. Like I'm not buying Wi-Fi 7 stuff because none of my devices are you get what I'm saying. But it's out there and it's marketed, but it ain't gonna future-proof you, because by the time the stuff actually devices start becoming that, there'll be a whole nother thing coming out. I have a TP-Link Deco mesh. I'm going to swap it out for Wi-Fi 6E for the extra speed. Okay, cool, Mark. Yeah, definitely. So, the TP link I just set up was, I don't even know what this one was. TP link Archer AX20, just a basic router. It's like a $80 or $100 router. I tend to, even for home networks, I tend to buy like the business class routers, like maybe even the latest network or Netgear. But now that Ubiquiti came out with a device that's going to be good for home and remote management, and we can manage all the devices in the cloud, we run all of ours off like Amazon Web Service, and we have a hosted solution too. I don't even remember 21. Thanks for that info. The minute you see an ad to buy something, it's obsolete. Yeah, that's the thing with tech. I'm going to be unloading some tech here too, because I got to clear some stuff up for my processes here, and it's like I get rid of things. I mean, I'll keep you in the loop if I come across anything that you could utilize, or email me if you need something. And there's always stuff that I'm unloading. I got a lot of last year's tech, like GoPro Hero 10 and 11, that I'll probably sell. Some cameras. I'm thinking about changing one camera, so I might unload a couple cameras, stuff like that. I just gotta clear the space, the chaos, right? Everyone's all good. Yeah, dude, we're good, man. We're good. Tim, the media scene. Yeah. Yeah, Steve, we're just hanging out. I'm gonna dump this router down, and this is all ready to go. Sweet. I can manage that from the cloud. So once it comes up on the network, we're good. The other thing I've been using a lot of is the slimline patch cables. I really like these from Infinite Cables. You can get them on Amazon too, but I have the Amazon ones. I don't think they're quite the quality. This Cat 6A patch cables. These are really nice. They're not the cheapest, but Infinite Cables, if you're into that kind of stuff. Slimline. Cat 6A tested. Yeah, this is just what I set up. It was on sale at Best Buy and need it for a quick little home fixeroni. So I got it ready, so they just plug it right in, be done. I'm not doing much here myself, all laid up from knee surgery. Oh, what'd you get done on your knee there, Steven? I almost had to do that about 3 months ago. It's still acting up, actually. It's a little bit sore. That's why I'm kind of trying to just chill with it, but you're in the bathroom with me. Well, thanks, Tim. I appreciate that. Yeah. Fun time. Do you want me to go to the bathroom too, dude? Group poop? Once you get that space, come to work on my garage. I'm telling you, my shed's full. Something's got to change. Something's got to change. There's just not enough. I mean, this was perfect room for. Well, look, we're just saving, right, on a budget type of thing. But this little router won't be too bad for a home unit. They make a newer version of this, but it won't be horrible. I had tennis elbow in my knee, and you're welcome. And heck yeah, bathroom. So tell me about the knee, Steven. How'd that go? I have my bones are in my knee, or the meniscus is, they're just banging against each other. So if I wear boots or take hard shocks, I'll be not walking. And that's all from hockey, from ice hockey all my life. Some days it's good, some days it's bad, but I paid for the X-ray and everything out, and that was a hit of, I got good health coverage that I pay for, and that was a hit of $1,500, which kind of set me back a little bit. Yeah, I hope you recover. Muffler bearing had his muffler. Tennis elbow, and you're, yeah. So my issue, I thought, was the IT band. that connects like from here down to like the side of your knee. Fixing up and removing a bunch of arthritis from the motorcycle accident. Yeah, that's what they said. Mine's just degeneration, whatever it is. A little bit there. It makes some noise when I bend it. He's like, does it bother you? I said, no, not really. I said, but when these things are banging together, like it'll flare up, and it's like an internal pain that's just like you can't get rid of. But I'm not in the mood for a surgery right now. We're gonna see how it does with getting little man on ice skates, and then we'll see if I tear it off. I mean, it hurt me in hockey games before too, but the last 2 years has been different. Hopefully you can get it fixed up. Yeah, that's how, like, honestly, this summer, like I couldn't really, for I'd say 2 months. Jay knows we were talking. I'd say for like, there was a month the one day I couldn't even walk. So my dad had to drive me to the doctors, which was good though, because on the way we had to stop at the state police barracks because I had to get I'm doing like networks for police stations and stuff like that. So I had to get like all the clearances and everything set up. So we kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone that day. So it was still kind of a work day, but I couldn't even walk. But it's been good this week. Up and walking, sort of. I'll tell you what, my dad got his knees replaced. One knee replaced 1 year, and the other, and a hip, and he was like golden. But I don't really feel like doing that right now. My elbow pop feels good. Yeah, no, like I got a bone from hockey. This is gonna be tough to see in my elbow. It's a fragment. Can you, if I hit it wrong, do you see that coming through there? It's kind of tough to see, I guess, but it's right. I feel like it floats around in there, and every once in a while, if I get down, like they said, all I have to do is like I could see it just like that, but if I hit it on that nerve, like it's just like a piece of bone floating around. And I remember the day that I did that because I was like crashing the net and came in, and my elbow just hit straight off the like corner of the post, and whatever broke in there. But they said all I have to do is cut it and pull it out. But said if it's not bothering you, it only bothers me sometimes like if I'm crouched down like this, or if I catch it, it sends like a shock wave through the body. Get the Facebook. You know, I haven't checked Facebook, Tim, but I will. My father-in-law got his done, both hips and knees. He's recovering from the last knee surgery. See, I mean, it's a miracle what they can pull off nowadays. I do know that. All right, so that's one thing off my list of things to do. You on Facebook? No, my messages come through on that like Instagram and Facebook Messenger for my page, but I never check, and I could have messages in there for a month and I never check it. I'd barely check the Instagram. I mean, I get on there and scroll through or see what people are up to. I really enjoy just YouTube and Discord. Like Discord is my I really like Discord. Honestly, I grew up with like, instant messengers and stuff like that. Like I remember just AIM, lightweight program, sits in the corner. You could have it going, have it on your devices. And that was cool for the time that it was. And when Discord came out years back, had a Discord for a while, never had like a channel, but used it all the time. Then when I started the YouTube channel, I was like, well, Discord's kind of the way to go, even though it's more for gaming. Like the tools and features you get are nice, and it's free. So I try to use that. I mean, I know the whole world's on Facebook and WhatsApp. I don't do WhatsApp. I just, if somebody messages me on those things and I don't respond, I feel bad. But at the same time, I don't feel bad because like there's email, there's a million things that I use. But good morning, burning the midnight oil. You know it, my friend Terry. You know it, as always. I actually was just going to hang out and stare at the monitor. Honestly, I was just going to work. I do like chatting with you guys. I did charge the batteries in the drone. Might go out and get some drone footage. I always fly my Phantom 4 Pro. I think I'm selling all of that stuff. I think I'm selling all that and sticking with the mini. I like the mini. I use it more often than anything. But I just got they finally released like the ND filters and stuff for it. So I was just actually charging that because it's fun to get some shots, fly around. I'm gonna sit down for a second. I took the butt of a hockey stick in the solar. That was fun day. Should get on skates again. Right on, man. Yeah, skates are expensive too. You know, $1,200, $1,500 for skates nowadays. I like Discord, GUI on top of IRC. Exactly. Oh yeah, IRC chat, right? I just sent you a pin up. Pizza Tom. Where'd you send it, Jay? Discord, I hope. Feeding the cat. Good old Jay Daniels. Hey, that focused, I think. I still see CCM 950, 925s. Right on, dude. Mine are from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Because I got them from a player and I forget what player. But I always run the CCM. I think they were the 952s or 1052s, but the tax I always like CCM. I was always been a CCM person. What are the I don't know what they were, but they're from the Pittsburgh Penguins and they're about $1,200 at the time. But I didn't pay that for them. And now I don't know what they're up to now. Like the let's see, jet speeds. I'd have to pull mine out. I forget which version mine are. They're probably 10, 15 years old now. But they're pro skates. They had a custom tongue in them from the Penguin. I just really liked them, and I got them from their equipment manager. Man, never been like a Bauer guy, really. Just CCM. I mean, they got some decent ones in the $900 range, but the pro skates are like $1,200. Mm-mm. Got me looking at skates. Anyway, I put so many rivets in my skates, and the problem with my skates is not the skate. The boots decent, except for where the rivets are at. And we've done so many rivets and washers and everything else to keep them together. It's just time for the new ones. I got some nice equipment out there now, though. ASVs, tax ASV Pro Ice Hockey, $1,119 now. Crazy. Probably change the steel on them. They're nice though. I'm not really in the mood to break in another pair of skates. Got to get them baked. Takes to break in, like get them baked if you get new skates. What's up, Speedster? I was into speed skating when I was a teenager. At least 1K. I don't want to know now. Yeah, I mean that was my ability of skating. I mean, I was definitely a skater. When you get to the new place, don't want to have a clay competition. We should. We could. Robert, thank you for being here. Wild bugger with an attitude on rodent patrol. I could use that. Use a cat around here too, but I'm allergic to cats, Jay, so I can't do it. Couldn't sleep, not feeling good. That's not good, Robert. I hope you feel better. Thank you for popping in and spending a few minutes here with us. My Eagle gloves are still mint. Right on. Yeah, all my stuff's from the Pittsburgh Penguins for the most part. Like the pants, the whole 9 yards, because you get deals. If not given to you. I picked up a new set of the non-pro skates last year. Finally had some time. Pawn froze for one day. So we used to have a beaver dam. Um, I bought old man hockey skates. Well, hey, it's all I never skimped on the skates part, and it sucked for my parents when I was little, but I was a skater, so um I always had good skates, and if I'd rather my equipment be falling off of me and have good skates, but I mean skates have come a long way, so they're not like they were back in the day. Even today's like mid grade or whatever, they're still better than back in the day. But the pro skates, you get the lightweight, you get the different steels nowadays. Like my tongue is real thin. It's just they're just built lighter, really. I that's really all it comes down to, I think. Different materials, everything else. There's other features, but yeah, I like skating. We've got a thrower from a club. All you do is put a clay on it, push a button. Got to plug it in though. How many bones can you break after 40? Right? I haven't broken any. I haven't broken anything. I probably just knocked you guys out, but I haven't broken anything. I mean, I've had like hairlines and stuff like that, but nothing crazy in hockey. Try to be the one doing the hitting and not taking the hits. I was on the ski team at the local hill growing up. Same concept. You can spend as much in your wallet. Yeah, you can. I mean, it's hockey equipment. The thing is with school sports too. Like when you're younger, like for me to play hockey, I had to do like all the fundraiser stuff because hockey wasn't like a sport that was part of the school. So it was kind of separate, and your parents had to front that. And when my parents divorced, we didn't really have a ton of money, and it was kind of like you gotta you gotta push. But I was into it and I was good at it, so it was something that my parents wanted to push me for. Now I didn't go to college and do all that stuff, or else I probably would have played and probably would have went somewhere in the hockey realm at some point. I don't think I would have been like pro or nothing, but I think I could have probably done all right with hockey. Um, but it was definitely a sport where you had there was cash, right? And this, skates every year, as you're growing too, when you're young, your feet are still growing. Everything's, something you buy last year is no good the next year. It's just ongoing. And it's not an inexpensive sport. Hockey sticks. I broke more Sherwood 50-30s than probably any. I love those 50-30s, the coffee stick. If you guys play hockey, everybody knows the 50-30 coffees. But I used to buy them by the case. Buy them by the case. Go out one slap shot, busted right in half because they had so much flex, the old wood ones. And now the fiberglass ones are $350, $400 a piece. And I have those too, like the pro sticks there. And then they used to be able to get them exchanged for warranty all the time. Then they limited it to like one exchange and stuff like that. Popping sticks sucks. Well, luckily we get some deals never in stock, right? So if then you know. Todd Adams, what's going on? Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. We're hanging out Saturday night. Feel like Happy Gilmore if I got on the ice now. Wasn't that a great movie? I mean, if everybody wasn't dying off, that would have been a good movie to remake. I ran all my gear till there was nothing left. Right on. Never in stock. The coffee stick. Yep. Man, those 50-30 Sherwoods, man. Hey Tim, would a solar panel run it? Trying to do this and take my mind off not feeling good. Saw you were live. Is that goal regulation size or what? I know, right? That almost makes me want to watch that and just throw it on in the background. Simply the best. Yeah, Speedster is a movie nut. There's no doubt about that. Got to go through the old memory card case here and organize some of my memory cards. I got so many things to do. I'm going to change up the memory card case shortly. And they get expensive. for the good ones. You can buy cheap memory cards, but some devices don't like the cheapo ones. These little micro ones are easy to lose. Are you employed or work for a company? I own a company, Tim, and work for myself for the last 20 years. Take care. Way past my bedtime. Carl, no problem. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it's definitely late. I kept people. See, I feel bad when I keep people up late, but if you feel like you have to go to sleep, you go to sleep. All right. So I might stay on here for 2 more hours. I don't even know. We're just hanging out. Yeah, Tim, it's got its benefits. It's got its there's plus and minuses to both sides of the equation. I mean, I did work in the blue collar life for a while when I was building, when I was younger, and I welded professionally for probably 5 years. MIG, TIG, stick, the whole 9 yards. Not pipeline or nothing, but just production. And got to a point on that where like I needed that for like steady income. And then got to a point in that where things were, it was time. It was time. And, so like what I do is, tech and web stuff. So that's where the technologies, this doesn't come from like, I just enjoy tech, right? But I live, eat, and breathe this stuff in the technology side. But I'm also that's what the whole grid side lifestyle kind of came about. Like it's not just grid side property or being like on the grid or off the grid. Like I have a very wide spectrum of things. I grew up, my dad's an electrician, so learned a lot of hands-on mechanical things like that, right? Hands-on stuff. But I'm also into tech, and I've been into tech since I was like 10, right? Building computers, doing everything else. So I've kind of been through all the cycles and, telecommunications industry, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a good balance. When I'm not working on tech, and sometimes it's a good balance together too. But when I'm not working on tech, I'm out. That's where I try to do the disconnect, get off grid side. It's like a lifestyle. Like sometimes you're on it, sometimes you're off of it, and sometimes you're right beside it. That was kind of the concept there in my head. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword for sure. It's hard. It's not easy work in managing people and teams, and you have your ups and your downs, and every cost in this world has gone up in the last couple years. There hasn't been many, breaks as far as that's concerned. Constantly having to just what do you call it, pivot and navigate, right? And that's what it's all about. And be proactive sometimes, be reactive. You just got to adjust. And sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's crappy, and sometimes, but it has allowed me to do a lot of things in life and meet some incredible people and really work with some inspiring people and stuff like that. And then also be able to check in on my son and be home at the times where I needed my, just really blessed to have the people in my life that I have, in all areas. He ain't lying. We talked until 2 Pacific time a few times. Yes, we did, Jay. Typically on Thursdays. This is not on Saturday, but Marlo is my favorite back in the day. And Lynn Rose Hex doll on my wall. There you go. I got some cool hockey memorabilia here, like autograph stuff and some cool stuff that was signed, like Evgeny Malkin stuff and a lot of stuff from Pittsburgh Penguins. Just because I have connections with them and I've helped them out with some of their nonprofit projects. Just listening to you guys has helped me feel better. That's what we like to hear. That's what it's all about. Sometimes you just need, some motivation. That's why I try to motivate. Like it's hard for me to motivate people sometimes when I'm down, but if I can motivate somebody even when I am down, or like if I'm like, man, I'm just like overwhelmed or whatever. Sometimes it gets you out of the bite just by BSing and getting some people around you want to push you forward. And I can tell you one thing: pay attention to the people that don't clap when you're winning, right? Or when you do something good. It's hard, and I feel like when you're doing something different, or you're putting work in that's different than anybody else, not everybody's going to understand that. You get sucked away from doing different things that you probably don't want to do, or people are going to the bars, or your friends want to take you out, or you want to do. And like, as you get, it gets lonely at the top, because as you move forward, sometimes you got to kind of just weed things out, and people shift gears and go different places. And you have to just kind of keep moving forward, failing forward, succeeding, moving forward, all that kind of stuff. It's it's always it's always a process and navigation in life. So it's interesting, but um, you have to have good people. I see Goobs Outdoors is here. What's going on? We talk sometimes until the sun came up. That is for sure. And for the Speedster, the sun's probably coming up here right now over in Romania. Good morning to you there, Speedster, by the way. If you're ever down, you do a fine job hiding it. Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't say I'm down. I'm a pretty outgoing person. It takes a lot to beat me into the ground. I can tell you when I was down in my life, and that's when we were at the hospital and going through that stuff. That was just, that sucked a lot of life out of me, right? But you can have crappy days, and honestly, the child thing, my wife, people that support me, and like, really, my wife supports me, but um my kid, like, I can have a bad day, and I come home and see him smile, or he don't care about nothing right now, and that just makes it, uh there's a reason for all this stuff happening, and I think there's a reason for all of us being together, and um people that come into your life, people go out of your life. You learn as much as you can from somebody. You take bits and pieces. You learn what you don't want to be from some people too, like both sides. It all actually, it works, and the man upstairs puts some of this stuff together. I believe that. And there's just too many occurrences in my life where it's like, when you needed somebody, or when you thought, like, so I just feel, in a nutshell, that we can all we all have more influence on each other than probably what we think we do. And you influence other people more than you probably think you do. Like, who would have ever thought this channel, and even what I'm doing right now, talking to people across the world, who knows who watches this, but who would have thought that I would be able to do this, and I would have these people in my life, and all of you in my life. That to me is like, it's crazy cool. It's crazy cool. And being able to, like, watch people grow, or knowing that I've helped somebody get to the next point, or somewhere in their journey, that's that's sweet. It really is. Take my mind. My brother from another mother and father. I'm from northern New York, Canadian border. Okay. Right on. Robert, appreciate you. Paycheck to paycheck. Daniel, we were paycheck to paycheck, barely making it, but I'm hoping it gets better. Got my awesome nurse wife and my dog and my daughter. And dude, I'll tell you one thing, man. It's all you need, really. Uh, we're all going to be. Sometimes when I have money, I spend it. You know what I mean? I try to help people out. When I don't have it, I can't do it. I do. We all go through that right now, and it's tight for a lot of people right now. It's tight for a lot of people, and I don't know what's going to happen there, or what that answer is. But it's a wild world right now. Groceries, fuel, repairs, just everything is crazy, and it hits here too. I mean, it hits here too. Um, my tech stuff is totally separate, but I'm not out there buying stuff personally right now. You know what I mean? Like crazy. I'm just trying to save up, because we got some goals and stuff, and I don't know when they're. Sometimes you got to save because you want to be able to pull the trigger whenever you need to, and be able to jump on something and that's kind of, I haven't been in that position many times in my life, so it's a process. But I'm going to work as hard as I freaking can. Right. And my goal is to put a few bucks in my kid's savings account. Right. That's the number I want to see grow, even though he doesn't know about it and whatever. If something ever would happen to me, I want to make sure that he's good and my wife's good and stuff like that. Although I have an insurance policy, so I'm sure it should be set. Damn, I'm not bad. I can understand this. I've been there before. Didn't like it. Yeah, you hit zero a couple times. I'll tell you one thing. I've hit zero a couple times. Negatives, right? You hit zero a few times, and one of those times you'll something's got to change. But it's hard actually. The thing change is like the hardest thing to go through and make changes. And I literally could use. I have good people around me that give me advice sometimes where it's like, sometimes your gut's telling you got to do this, and then your brain's like, no, we'll just let it, whatever. And sometimes you got to go with your gut, right? And that's hard to do because people, feelings, and places, and all. It's just crazy. Letting someone help is a blessing, and it makes sometimes you just got to do the opposite. Yeah. Letting someone help you is a blessing for them, makes their day. It's I've how can I've definitely had help for sure in my life. I think we all have, but it's an interesting, because I enjoy helping people, and even when I don't, I just helped a buddy of mine out not too long ago, and I really didn't have it, but I wanted to be able to help him, try to pull him out of the bite. But you got to be willing to put some effort in too. So it's always a balance, but I won't quit. You know what I mean? And I enjoy helping people, and whenever I can help somebody, whether it be knowledge or tech or whatever, it doesn't always have to be dollars or anything else, but whenever I can do that, I try to do that. And I don't want to bring a lot to YouTube because until I have a rock solid plan of sometimes you just got to navigate, I guess, but I'm like to have like hey, here's where we want to get to. And until I have and I do have this picture envisioned. It's just when I start something, I got to go 110. I can't let off the gas. You know what I mean? Staying positive is the best you get, and having positive people around you. I've zero like negativity, especially going through what I went through in life in the last 2 years of my life and everything else, or in that little window of time that'll become littler and littler. I just can't deal with negative people, and like people on Facebook or whatever. Like I just can't, people that post negative stuff all day long. And I get there's like a good negative and a bad negative, right? There's like you're out there spitting a fact or something like that, or hey, this just is what it is. I get that, and I'm not saying those kind of people. I'm just talking like people that just only come to complain or moan or itch about something, right? I just can't do it. I just have to. I'd rather cut them off because it's just not needed. And that's where it gets lonely. You'll find yourself as soon as you start doing something, you know what I mean? It gets kind of lonelier and lonelier. You get people around you. Or if you get, maybe you build a huge business, you make a ton of money, you have a ton of money, you'll have people around you all over the place. When you win the lottery once, you'll have people coming out of the woodwork, right? Me and my wife's little boy made his grand appearance on November 30th. No, hey, congrats. Goobs, right on. November 30th. Hey, I know somebody else that has a November 30th birthday. Oh, they actually, Jay there you go, Jay. Another little man in the world. Got to work hard. It's the APR on the card. It's getting me. But I don't take time. So the APRs, hey, call your card, see if they'll lower it. Sometimes you can get that. It depends. Play the card game, man. If you have good credit, at least get another card. Do the transfer, balance transfer, man. 0%, 18 months. Citi offers a good one. 0% for 18 months. And I think Discover offers a really good one. I think it's 0% for 18 months. And Chase, I think. But there's some good deals out there on cards. Not that a card's a great deal, but Chase, I don't even have that card anymore, but I remember they gave like 18 months or 24 months. Chase Freedom, maybe it was the Freedom card. Go to like Credit Karma and see what don't use them. Don't go through them to get somewhere, but go to their site, and not financial advice. Not a financial advisor, but got to put a disclaimer out there because the world. But go there and you can find out who has like the best deals going on. And if you have decent credit, get one. Do the balance transfer, eat the 3% or 2% or whatever they charge you. Get down to zero. Or if you have some equity in your home, pull some equity in your home, pay off that APR. But I know APRs are higher right now. Make extra payments. Also know when your card reports, right? What day it reports to your credit report. My FICO for that. Congratulations, Goops. Didn't want to have a December birthday, right? If you did a video for everyone you helped, you would not be number one in YouTube. That's my brother. You're the best. Appreciate you, Speedster. Thank you for that. Right? And also, there's enough December birthdays in the family. Heck yeah. Deal with negativity. Hard to dream when you're getting dragged down. That's is. Like, it's hard to, like, there's people out there that like, watch me, right? Watch me. Because it's one of those things where for the longest time you try to convince people, or hey, this is what I want to do, or this is where I'm going to be, and I want to do it this way, and you get dragged all kinds of different ways, or somebody wants to do it this way, or somebody wants to do it that way. And like, if you have a vision, sometimes you just got to stick to it. And you could fail. You'll probably fail multiple times, and maybe not. But I can tell you this: I don't care if somebody has a car, a boat, a jet, 5 jets, it's, you have to understand the scale of the system though too, like of how this works. And it's like, I want people to do whatever they want to accomplish and accomplish all their goals. If you tell me, hey, I think we're gonna put this person on the moon or something, like if I can get behind that or help you, or you have a core, like that's cool stuff to me. I never get like jealous because somebody has like a bunch of stuff like that. I like, people think like that, and usually if they're down in the dirt, they're thinking like that. And I'm not. It's I hate to say that, but like you have to be around people that want to move you forward. And if you're around too many negative people, sometimes it's hard to soar with the eagles if you're surrounded by turkeys, right? And sometimes you got to get rid of the turkeys, right? Try to soar with the eagles. At least try, right? I think in some books and stuff, they'll say like set yourself around like 10 millionaires and you'll probably become a millionaire. But you gotta be wanting to put in the effort too. You can't sit on your couch all day and expect things to happen. Crabs in the bucket effect. Yep. I used firewood sales last year and got my credit card down 1/3. I've got the city card, and that's what I'm doing. The balance transfer. I got Chase, called and played the victim, asked what they could do. I was told no. Yeah, it's hard to do it sometimes with a current card that you have a balance on. Because hey, if you're paying me 18%. I ain't gonna lower it for it, right? I've heard people have gotten that, but there is good cards, and I played that game for a while, and I still play the card game where I move stuff. And you have to keep it. The interesting thing about credit is you have to use it to raise your points. If I keep like a $2,000 to $3,000 balance on anything, if I pay off to zero, right, zero, and have all this available credit and pay it off to zero, my credit score will go down by 15, 20 points. If I keep a $2,000 to $3,000 balance out of maybe, I don't know, a good bit, right, of available credit, then my credit goes up 20, 30 points. So I fluctuate it. Sometimes I'll pay it down, let it go back up, pay it down, swap balances, do whatever, just to keep that balance going without paying too much. And you are going to pay for it. You are going to pay for it. But, I pay for the My FICO like $20 a month or whatever. So I know when things are reporting and what's going on. And, I've been able to probably increase 130 points just by playing the game. And it's a game. But I have cards for certain things that do things like one thing really well. Like one card that's a good rewards in travel. One that's good for like cash back. You know, like the City Double Cash card's been one of my really good cards, with the 2% back. The Apple card's really good, but Goldman Sachs and stuff, they're losing their behinds on that card. Probably good for the consumer, but yeah. How do balance transfers work? So let's say you have card A and you have card B, right? You go and get card B and you have 10 grand of available credit, or 20 or 5 or $500, whatever. You have this card here and they give you 18 months, 0% APR on balance transfers, right? You always get the thing. A lot of times around the Christmas holidays, stuff like that, you'll get the balance transfer checks, whatever. Intro balance, or they'll do like 0.9% APR or something like that, but it'll be a lot lower intro for like 18 months. And so you have 10 grand sitting over here. You'd take 10 grand, you'd transfer it over to this bank, you'd put in the information on the balance transfer, you'd accept the deal on this card, and the 10% they'd charge you probably like a 3% one-time fee or whatever. So you have $300 blown, right? Which is probably what you're paying in interest anyway in a given month. So if you have that kind of a balance, but if you take that and then transfer it over, boom, yeah, you eat a month of interest, but now for the next 18 months, you're only paying 0.09% on that transfer. So on $9,000, $10,000, you're only paying 0.9% versus the higher percentage. And you got to think of, that adds up over time. So over 18 months, you're gonna save yourself a ton. But how does Chase pay the balance with the balance transfer from Citi? So if you get the Chase, you go into Chase and accept, like they'll give you like balance transfer options, and then you plug in your card number and go through the. I'll take you through it, brother, if it helps you. But want to make sure you make a good move. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm putting that out there. This is public knowledge and things people should learn on the interwebs, right? But no, you got to play that game for a while. I remember when I used to have a balance and I was like, man, I'm never going to pay my cards down, right? And this is when I was younger and stuff like that. And I was like, I got to figure this out. And I think it was probably about 10 years ago. Katie and I started, like, I helped her out. She actually financed something because she didn't really use credit either. She financed a four-wheeler. And when she financed it, because I have like all the other stuff, and she was like, I'm going to buy the four-wheeler. Let's do it. So we bought that. Her credit score went up like 40 points because she never really used it. And then we knocked that out and paid that off, and boom. But then like it got paid off and then our credit score went back down. So we had to open up another account just to have some stuff going for her. And we both were able to get a 800 plus and maintain that. But it's a game. It's literally a game, and a game costs you money, and it's interesting. But there are some good cards out there. I'm not real happy with a couple of them. But that's not their fault. It's just how they're like the world's changing, right? So I try to keep as minimal on the cards, but they are good for certain things. And I run everything through cards and then pay the card off every month, right? To get the points. Citi lets me do the balance transfer, so I gave Citi the Chase card number. And I don't know why this free thing is in the way. Somebody throw something in the chat so I can read this message, because it's like won't let me scroll. Just type something. We see a comedian. Thank you for that. Citi let me do balance transfer, so I gave Citi the Chase card number. Yeah, and Citi did the balance transfer. Yeah, they can do it too, probably over the phone. Yeah, but you can usually do it on their websites. Yeah, a little heart there that I want you guys to hit is in the way. So if you just smack that a couple times. I am still alive. Yeah, it's I got to crash. Yeah, you know what? I'm probably gonna log off so I can actually get something accomplished before it's 3 a.m. and my kid wakes up. But I will. It's been fun chatting with you guys. Like, honestly, this is what it's all about. Hanging out, watching, listening to you guys really helped me calm down. Right on, Robert. Well, enjoy your evening, Robert. Like, try to keep yourself because there's people in this world going through probably worse than you and I and everybody else. And we're all here. So we're fortunate to be here. Like, truly. Sometimes you got to just look at that. Something as simple as like write down a list of things you accomplished, or things that make you happy or something like that. And just write. Sometimes writing. I've been actually doing a lot more handwriting on notepads and stuff versus like documents, because I feel like there's a disconnect there. And sometimes handwriting things of here's what I accomplished or here's what I want to accomplish and goals. I carry like a lot of pens and stuff like that. And I always have a notepad in my book bag. I don't carry like a briefcase or the old roller bags and stuff like that anymore. Like, I'm a backpack. Ever since I went to Google in 2009, I carry a backpack. And my backpack has like everything I need to go with me. My laptops, business meetings, everything. This is what goes with me. 2 laptops, an iPad, pens, permanent markers, like Milwaukee marker, these new ultra fine Milwaukee pens, pretty nice. They don't beat the Sharpie though. These Sharpie S-Gel, the new ones they're literally the best pen you could ever have. But it's like portable, like network. Like this is what goes with me everywhere. So all this stuff, it's like always in a bag, but I don't carry that stuff anymore. I just roll with it. When you ever remember it, yeah, somebody has it way worse than you today. That right? Exactly. That's how you got to look at those things, but write down the positive things. Like write down things you accomplished, right? Robert, yep. See, Jay's thanking you too, man. Robert, have a good weekend. Cheer Robert up, guys and girls. If any ladies are watching, just call me when you sign off. Tim, I'm not. Can I call you tomorrow, Tim? Because I got to get a couple things done tonight. Unless you really need to do this tonight, but if I could buzz you tomorrow, that'd be better. Because I'm gonna hammer a few things out. I gotta clean this desk off, put some stuff away, and if not, I'll be up until God knows what time. It's 1:30 here. Terry White, thanks for hanging out. Got a few more hours to working and listening. Well, I appreciate you, Terry. Thanks for listening in. And thank you, everyone, for joining tonight, this evening's live stream brought to you by NickPixelTV. Legs. See, this is where I'll be right here. This is it. Get right in the zone. Stare at a freaking monitor, right? Ugh. There's got to be something more fun than this. Tomorrow, I did the transfer Friday. Just need to know some more info. It's new to me. Of course, you can call me tomorrow. Okay, cool, Tim. Yeah, many blessings to everybody. Pennsylvania, we didn't go to sleep until 5 a.m. Yeah, it's time. I mean, anymore. The little man tends to get up around 3 a.m. because I really believe that when he was in the hospital in that 3 a.m. wake up time, he was always up then, and I think that carried with him after that. So he always tends to get up around 3. So it's hard for me if I go to bed like now, then boom, sometimes I love to get up with him. So like then I'm up from 3:30 to 5 or 4 or whenever he wants to. Sometimes he goes right back to bed, gets a bottle, whatever, and then goes back to sleep. Sometimes he's up though, and we have to watch tractor videos. There's a tractor video I've probably watched like 4,000 times on the YouTube Kids channel. Yeah, we're blessed to have each other too. That's the thing. I just realized I was on top chat, not live chat, but yeah, much love to everybody. Like Stephen Letts said, Stephen, heal up, brother. Hopefully we'll see you in February, January. When is that? When's the car show, brother? Will you be good for then? Our annual meetup, bro. I'm tired of laying in bed and not tired. Yeah, sometimes you lay down and it's hard to shut the brain, the pipeline off, right? Things are just going. I do that all the time. I sit there sometimes for 2 more hours. I'm staring at my phone. I got to like get rid of the tech. I'm best if I just wear myself completely out, and that's when I get the best sleep. Whether it's physical, mental, all of it. When I'm just done, that's when. And it's hard to do that when you still have 20% in the tank, and you're like, I got 20% left. I have to go like from 100 to 0 and then start all over again. Yeah, I'll be ready. Steven Letts says, "Good deal, man. That's good, Steven. Hopefully, you guys got some smiles tonight, some info. Had a good time hanging out for an hour and a half. I'm gonna jump back to doing something. Just finishing. I gotta finish this up. We'll box that router up. I gotta shut down this other stuff, and I want to get the desk. Like, you guys can't see this side of the desk, but there's just a ton of stuff here and over here. I gotta get cleaned up. I had stuff charging, cords. Just get life. That's what I do on Saturdays. Get ready for the week. Cheers, everybody. Many blessings to you and your families. If I don't see you before the holidays, Christmas, have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and such. But you'll probably see me. But I know people get busy, and sometimes I take time off of YouTube. So if you're here tonight and you're not here for the rest of the month, many blessings to you and your families this holiday season. And 2 a.m. Good night. We'll see everybody in the next Pixel. And cheers. Thank you for being here. And happy late birthday, Jay Daniels. Let me know which one we're putting in the mail.